And we're back with Friday night movie watch. So I'm going to try to keep this quick. I paused this movie 3 times, and one of those times I went and got a notebook to take notes because I hated it. So I just finished Bad Boys Ride or Die. It's the 4th installment. And fun fact, someone asked me on a date to go see the movie last summer when it came out last June 24. And I ended up canceling. And as a result, I've just never seen the movie till just now. So, I can tell the movie now because it's been a year. So everybody will have seen what happened. I'm just gonna read my notes because I have so many things. First of all, the writing is terrible. Everywhere they tried to be funny, it's not funny, and it's too much trying to make it funny. I don't know if Martin wrote his funny lines. I don't think he did. But whoever it was that was responsible for the comedic relief, get somebody else to do it. It wasn't funny. Point. Also, when we're shooting out and stuff, all the commentary, I'm going to go in order. But stop being funny. It was never funny. Now it's corny, and then after a certain point of the movie, when people are dying and stuff, it's just annoying. Shut up. Let's go in order. Get somebody else to do it with the writing. Teresa Randall, I imagine, wasn't available. You just thought we weren't going to notice it's a whole different lady playing the wife? Okay, we did. Love Tasha Smith. I think her last name is Smith. But it's 4 movies. We noticed. I noticed. It doesn't matter about everybody else. Why y'all had to go and kill Fletcher? What? They didn't have to do that. They did not have to kill John Sally's character. Okay. Now I'll say this. I know that with an action movie, you have to suspend all logic and sound sense. But even with that, y'all play too much. Case in point. So 45 minutes in. Well, no, first of all, I didn't like the directing because it's like they strapped the camera to the back of Simone Biles in a floor routine. Baby, we're spinning round and round and round in circles like this. The opening scene in the little bodega, whatever, Martin's looking at his watch and we're looking at his face in the camera. Why is there a camera in the watch? Why do we need that angle? You're creating action where there doesn't need to be. When they're shooting, there's action, fine. But it's just you're doing too much and now I'm dizzy. So that was very over the top, very overdone. And it honestly makes it not watchable. Because there's action when there doesn't need to be. Why is the camera somersaulting down the street? That was very annoying, actually. Especially the one scene, in the final shootout. I would show it, but I'm not going to. So the helicopter scene. That shootout, that little action scene, okay. Having, it did a lot, but it was it was different. Okay, fine. Was the helicopter in outer space though? Because I swear it was tumbling out the sky for 45 minutes. I feel like if something's exploded and doesn't have any more ability to fly, it would, have landed faster. Then somehow they get all to the front. There shouldn't be any gravity. But anyway, they're able to get to the front and Armando goes, "I'm a drug dealer, man," in response to Martin asking him how he know how to fly. What that's supposed to mean? I don't get it. Is that also supposed to be funny? See how if you just stop being funny? Then he says go right and they land in the water finally. 45 minutes later, they crash in the water and everybody's just fine. They're up and running. What? Okay. So that didn't make no sense. Tiffany Haddish, what are you doing here? I heard she was in the movie, but it's just why she have Lunel's hair cut? That was strange. But then again, her character perfectly casted, honestly, and just long enough. So fine. Every scene that was supposed to be funny was annoying. I had that highlighted. DJ Khaled was in it too. I was surprised by that. Acting, I don't know if that's his thing. He blurted out his lines too fast. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. I had to rewind that scene twice to even understand what we were doing there, what was happening. So, okay. Let's see. Mike randomly getting panic attacks. Where did that come from? But then he gets over the panic attack to tackle Martin for them to do that stand-up thing, like how he saved him when the car was trying to hit him the last time. That didn't even make sense. Will Smith was at least a few yards behind where Martin was. So how he would get to the point of being able to save him when he was laying on the ground trying to pick Come on. Like, y'all know that didn't make no sense, so we don't even have to stay there long. When they're at the final scene and Mike's supposed to take he the leader, he don't have the shot. Why doesn't somebody else have it? Why it's just him? It's all rested on him. He 50,000 years old and has panic attacks randomly. What? Then people are shooting over their head and him and Martin are having a pep talk. Come on, step out of it. Not funny. Again, for the 80th time, but also it's just like, what? So, okay. That was just like, now y'all are being annoying with where you try to inject comic relief. I don't get the panic attack thing. There's no reason. It just randomly, he loves his wife so much that he's nervous around her. Maybe, but I just made that up. So, okay. Why wasn't someone else talking to dude if Mike was the thing, the pep talk, all that I hated. Again, at a certain point, the let's be funny thing has to stop. Like, it's not funny. It was never funny, but now it's like you're making jokes. Martin jumping when Will Smith told him not to, and then they break through the glass, and then there's a big alligator, and he talks to the alligator. That's not only not funny, it's ridiculous. Stop playing with me. At this point, it's like, okay, please stop. Don't have Mark. It got to a point where it's like, I actually don't even need Marcus to say another word. I don't need the character of Marcus to speak no more. He's only supposed to be there to be funny. It wasn't funny 2.5 movies ago, guys. Like, seriously, stop. The alligator thing really pissed me off. But what pissed me off before that was the elevator scene when the lady kind of figured out what was going on. Why couldn't you just have a camera, maybe 2, in the elevator to show? Why is it the elevator's going down and we're seeing beams in between the shot and in between the action? That was so frustrating and annoying. And you didn't even need to do that. Like, what? Let's see. The U.S. Marshal Howard, Detective Howard's daughter, gets in front of Armando. The daughter's, wait, Mom. Why is she saying all those lines? See, again, y'all piss me off with the writing. The daughter, all she had to say first, he saved me. That's it. She didn't say that till 5 minutes later. As upset as that lady was, that man would have already been shot before she'd have got those words out. What? In conclusion, I do have something positive to say. Reggie saving the family, that was cold. That was a really cute scene. Really excellent usage of him as a Marine when he saluted that. Then I thought that was fire. That was cute. That was a nice touch, and that was well done. Everything else I said, I actually do not make another one of these movies again. But actually, that's it. Don't make another Bad Boys. I really don't even remember part 3 besides Mike and Marcus racing down the street where he got shot. That's Bad Boys for Life. That happened in Bad Boys for Life. These movies are barely watchable now. Like, it's nostalgic. I've seen the first 3. I'm not going to not watch the 4th one. It took me a year to do it. And this is what y'all got. The script was terrible. And the camera work was, nigga, it was like this. This is what the movie felt like. He's just getting Skittles. He's just getting Skittles. Why is the camera, baby, don't do it no more. Seriously. Over-directed. Stop. Sit still. Wrap that up. End on that. The scene with Reggie was good. At the end when they were being weird with him, he wanted to cook his chicken. I didn't like that. But then they let him cook his chicken on the grill. Still not funny. But I'm glad Reggie's getting a little bit of respect. And that was Bad Boys Ride or Die. I wouldn't waste your time watching it because I just saved you 1 hour and 56 minutes. You're welcome.